Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We are going to bring we are going to bring the miller, the document. Okay, we are good on everything. Where is our wonderful, well, not our miller, but the miller. That's just not mean that in a mean way, just a hired hand. The miller is out and about working, right? He ain't gonna be in here or down here. Mr. Miller. I know Miller is not his last name, but there he is. There's the Miller. He's lazy. That's what I said. He's freaking lazy, man.
Greetings, my friend.
I have that document from the rat house for you.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you.
I took a look at the document. I couldn't really make much of it. Who's this Hermes Trismegistos?
My fifth cousin. We write to each other sometimes.
That doesn't sound very convincing.
Did you find my family tree at the rat house, too? Now show it to me, so I can finally get the knowledge. Good. Good. This will come in handy. Ah, yes. Of course.
What now?
That much? Going to need more. A lot more.
Did you hear me? What now?
Sorry. I got lost in thought. I owe you my thanks as well as reward for getting me the document. And maybe another little job? What do you say?
Don't tell me you've forgotten. I need to get to that wedding in Semin.
Don't worry. Your path is leading that way. Only it'll be a little longer than expected.
Are you yanking my pizzle?
Not at all. I'll get you to the wedding as sure as the heavens are above me, and the fire of the Creator is within me. But you'll have to wait a while. Besides, things are about to get really interesting. Step by step, we're moving closer to the great revelation.
Enough. I'm sick of listening to your cryptic blabbering. Supposing you first initiate me into the mysteries of your enchanting mill. This isn't any run-of-the-mill business, so to speak. I smell something devilish here.
Devilish? Not at all. It's high learning. Alchemy! And when I say alchemy, I mean real alchemy. Not some hocus-pocus brewing of potions for creaky joints and bellyache.
Tell me more about it, then. Maybe I'll learn something useful.
I wouldn't be so sure, but I've taken you on as an apprentice, so I might as well tell you something. Now, pay close attention. I want to make a golem out of dough. Then, using secret alchemical practices and theurgy, bring him to life.
A golem? What's that?
A golem is a helper brought to life using divine words. A living statue endowed with massive strength. Can be made of clay, wood, stone, basically anything. I'll make one out of flour. Studying the Jewish Kabbals taught me a practice known as Maseh Bereshit. A mystic can use it to imitate the work of God. Just imagine. You know how helpful a golem would be at the mill? Carrying sacks, pulling wagons, standing guard. He wouldn't be much smarter than Zinnik, but he'd have the strength of 10 men.
My word. That sounds incredible. I have to see it.
So far, it's just all in my head. But if you're patient and help me, you'll see soon enough. It's in the interest of the advancement and prosperity of mankind. Just look at the Bible. Moses could command the waters and speak to God through the element of fire. Jesus brought the dead back to life. I've no doubt that if our great Holy Mother Church had been around at the time, they'd have crucified Jesus the same as the Pharisees. And all the apostles would have been burned at the stake.
So a golem, you say, made of flour? For the good of mankind?
Exactly!
And what about the good of me? You promised me a reward.
You already know that you can learn the practical application of certain useful skills from me. But for a few groschen, we could discuss the art on a more, let's say, theoretical level.
I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. Supposing you give me a few groschen first, as a reward for bringing you the document, and then I'll decide whether to trade the coin for some learning.
Oh, see now? I completely forgot. Here you go. So you don't go around saying that Miller Crazel is a pinch purse. I added in what I owe for those sacks you carried. And if you want some more work, there's plenty.
Alright, reputation gain. Nice, we improved. Okay, nice.
What's this next job all about?
I need to find a saltpetre pit.
Never a wasted word, eh, Crazel?
Short and to the point. That's my credo.
And how long will it take before you tell me what a saltpetre pit is?
A saltpetre pit is a pit in which saltpetre is formed.
This has something to do with that alchemy of yours, eh? I don't know much about that stuff.
Nitra is saltpetre. White crystals similar to salt.
And what needs salting here in the mill? Or is it supposed to be some peculiar Crazel wedding gift for a young semi?
Nothing of the sort. The Kabbalistic doctrine speaks of saltpetre as a vessel for the inexhaustible essence of life. Those white crystals are said to contain the very essence of being. That's precisely what we need to give life to our golem. Thanks to the ingredients from Hermes Trismegistos, his feet will never get tired and his fists will have the power to smash rocks. But saltpetre is the most important thing. Saltpetre will be the golem's heart.
So you're serious about this golem? And are you certain it'll work out?
Certainly. Otherwise, I wouldn't even try.
How much saltpetre will it take to bring to life such a big creature?
A lot. That's why I want you to find me a decent saltpetre pit. Do you understand?
I was hoping I'd learn something useful from you. But instead, you're making me wander around the countryside looking for some pit.
Well, you never know when an experience like that might come in handy.
All right, then. I'll look around for that saltpetre pit of yours. I just hope you know where to look, that you can point me in the right direction, and also that you'll get me into that wedding as a reward.
Yes, yes, and yes. Bonnie has a lead. She's a damned handy girl to have around. She can do anything you ask of her. But for you, the most important thing is that she knows how to look for niter, or saltpetre if you prefer.
So this
She a
Bonnie
witch?
is some kind of witch who's in on this golem stuff.
Bonnie is someone I trust without question, and you should too. Not only will she teach you how to find saltpetre, but also how to differentiate it from common salt. The main difference is it has kind of cooling taste.
Hold your horses. You want me to taste that nasty stuff?
If you don't taste it, you could confuse it with some nasty rot. And you don't want that.
Damn right.
Don't be such a lily liver, Henry. If Bonnie can taste saltpetre, so can you. She'll tell you the rest herself. You'll find her in the lair. That's a secret storage space I have here just by the pond. Only my best people can get in.
How can I get to this lair?
There's a bridge over the mill stream towards the southwest. Take the path to the left, just behind it along the pond. From that path, you turn right, uphill, between the rocks, and you'll find yourself right in front of the lair. You can't miss it. Oh, and so I don't forget, you could pick some herbs along the way to see Bonnie. It would make her very happy. She's just been through some tough times. Her dog died, and on top of that, she has to spend time with that blabbermouth, Zinnik. On the other hand, Zedek might be holding his tongue for a while, after his encounter with the Troskowitz stocks.
If Bonnie spends time with Zinnek, she may want some spirits rather than herbs.
Bonnie? Never. Being a decent Christian, she avoids alcohol like the plague. Right along, so you're back as soon as possible.
To the lair.
Alright. Okay, forbidden fruit. Oh boy. Alright, that's gonna be quite a handsome quest, I think. Okay, talk to Bonnie, which should be right around the corner. Okay, yeah. As I said, right around the corner, right?
Whoa!
I don't know what that noise was. That sounded like a gunshot, right? Let's ignore that for now.
Go!
Ain't that beautiful, man? So I should be going right. I hope at least.
Go!
And then let's hope that that Bonnie is gonna be around.
Whoa!
That's Bonnie?
Whoa!
No.
Why do you work for the miller?
Well, how can I put it? Anywhere else, they'd have kicked me out by now. The miller's the last person who'd still give me a job. He says every idiot is of some use at least.
And you see that as a compliment?
I see a coin in my hand every week. That's all I care about.
What did you do before you started working for the miller?
A bit of this, a bit of that. When I was still a boy, I stirred lye at a tannery, and then I slaved away at a dye house. But since I came to the town, it's been, well, let's say not exactly honest work. But that's what I'm best at, see?
What do you think of Crazel?
Is this some kind of test or what? I can think what I want, and I keep my opinion to myself. And you ought to do the same.
Long time no see, eh?
Crazel gave you another job.
Yeah. I proved myself to him last time, so why not continue our collaboration?
Did you come here to make fun of me? Just like Bonnie? As soon as she showed up, she gave me hell over that manuscript.
No, not at all. I just need to find out something only you would know. What can you tell me about Bonnie?
Well, you mean Cheeks or Jezebel?
Are those nicknames?
Dunger, Snowdrop, Vixen... We always come up with the stupidest names, and nobody sees through them anyway. Bonnie's been here the longest, and has the most experience. I'm surprised she still puts up with Crazel and his mad notions. And I think she likes animals more than people. When I try to talk to her about work or weather, she gets bored.
So, Zinnek, have you any experience with saltpetre?
Oh, I never want to see that shit again. I still have the taste of it in my mouth. And Bonnie and me was taking turns tasting it.
Weren't you afraid a dead soul would enter you through it?
What? What are you babbling about?
Dead souls pass time in niter crystals, don't they? That's why the miller is looking for them. To bring the golem to life.
You fool! We're looking for saltpetre to sell to butchers for salting meat. There's good coin in it.
Well, the miller told me something different.
You can't believe everything he says. A golem in the mill. He's yanking your pizzle.
You're all just trying to confuse me.
Crazel's a good teacher, you know how it is.
What sort of place is this?
Our secret place, where we can quietly plot sneaky plans for our beloved Miller.
Behind that boarded up door? What's inside that cliff?
You know, storage, rubbish, rats, filth. Look, I know Bonnie ordered me to clean up in there. Thanks to you, I'm sure the movement of goods will start again soon. So it'd probably be good to have some order around here. I just haven't got round to it yet.
Zinnek, I have a few questions about the saltpetre pit we're looking for.
So now you need me, eh?
Okay, we had all of that. Okay, alright. Alright then, back and dialogue.
Good day to you.
Can we...
Same to you.
Ah, wait, that's Bonnie,
I
right?
hate sweep. Jesus Christ be praised.
I'm Henry, Miller Crazel's new apprentice. He sent me to search for a niter pit and said you might be able to help me with that.
Of course I will. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
Bonnie? It's not a name I hear often.
It's not the name I was baptized with. In our craft, it ain't a good idea to tell people your real name. That's why we use nicknames. What should we call you?
Henry.
Henry's fine.
Well, that's not very creative. You know what? I'll come up with a nickname for you myself when I get to know you better. Did you bring me something from the mill?
Actually, Crazel said you'd appreciate some herbs.
He's right there. Do you have some for me?
I'm sorry. I've got nothing for you.
I reckon I'll just have to scrape together the ingredients for that magic ritual myself.
What kind of magic ritual?
The kind where Zenek finally gets some sense into his head and stops making stupid beginner's mistakes. Just so you know, that mess with the author of Hermes Trismegistos would never have happened to me. Not me. While we're on the subject of rituals, did Crazel tell you about the golem?
He did.
And what do you think of it?
I don't know.
I'm curious to see what a golem made of flour will look like. But I'm mostly curious to see if Crazel will really be able to breathe life into it with the help of saltpetre.
I'm more worried that as soon as it comes to life, it'll slay us all with one blow. So, if by some chance it looks like something's going wrong, you won't see my heels for dust. And I suggest you do the same. But that's enough of that. We're not going to stand here talking about flower golems when we've barely just met. I'd like to chat with you too, Henry. Get to know you a bit. But if you're in a hurry to find Crazel's saltpetre, I won't keep you.
No. I have plenty of time. But where to start?
You know what? I'll start. When they caught Zenek in Troskovitz, I was scared out of my mind that they'd catch me and clap me in the stocks. I had to hide out here for a while, so I haven't had anyone to talk to. Life in the lair isn't all fun and games. Zenek and all the other mill knuckleheads were never worth much as company. So I'm glad the miller's finally found a normal hand for once. You've got a beautiful dog. What's his name?
Mutt.
What a cute fella. How did you find each other?
He belonged to this girl I knew, Teresa. She saved my life in my hometown, Skalitz, when I went to bury my parents.
Well, That's what I call an interesting past. I used to have a dog, but I don't anymore.
He died.
He started getting these lumps all over his body. He stopped eating, just slept all the time. And then, well, what's done is done. And what about you? What kind of family are you from? Also, thieves?
No. Pa was a blacksmith. I inherited something from him, I hope.
Oh, really? Would you teach me how to make, maybe, barrel hoops?
Those are pretty hard. Wouldn't you rather start with, maybe nails?
Sure. I'm pretty quick to learn and patient. That is, with one exception. When Crazel starts spouting off his alchemy theories, I'd rather run for the hills. What do you think of the old miller, anyway?
I don't know what to say. He seems mystical, yes.
He seems awfully mystical. He has lots of experience, like as if he's lived for hundreds of years.
It's his beard that does that. Don't let it fool you. Thanks for talking to me. It really is good to have someone to pour my heart out to. But now, about that saltpetre. Before you came, and before Zenek fucked up with the manuscript, we collected saltpetre all over the place, mainly in sties. It has to be scraped from the walls. Horrible work, time-consuming and annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. We also looked in a few chests, just in case. You know. Anyhow, now all the sties in the region are scraped clean and we're sitting pretty on a nice barrel of saltpetre.
Barrel is quite a lot.
For the whole Trotsky region, aye. Unfortunately, Crazel said we need at least 6 times as much.
6 times? Will one saltpetre pit be enough?
I reckon so. There should be as much as Crazel needs for his masterwork. If you're looking for it, you ought to know how saltpetre forms. Do you have any idea?
Certainly. Well, you take a chunk of salt and pray to St. Peter to miraculously transform it.
You won't find it any joking matter soon enough. Don't forget that saltpetre crystals are formed in places where something is rotting. It can be shit or carcasses. Well, a saltpetre pit is actually nothing more than a mass grave. The best natural saltpetre maker.
Crazel said saltpetre is a vessel for life energy. I get it that it's left over from dead bodies, but how do you get it from shit?
God's mysterious ways. You know how it is.
And he also wanted me to taste it. That's nonsense, though, isn't it?
Unfortunately, it isn't. Otherwise, you won't know if it's saltpetre or some other shit. It feels kind of cold on the tongue.
Jesus. And you know where to look for such a pit full of carcasses, do you?
Not exactly, but I have an idea. Times are evil and there's plenty of corpses. A person who's digging holes and throwing dead bodies into them and doesn't even know he's got a a saltpetre mine.
The local gravedigger?
Exactly. And the one we have here in the region is also the knacker.
Ah, the gravedigger Ignatius. I've already met him. He lives outside Troskowitz in the direction of Apollonia, right?
Aye, that's him.
So I'm in for a walk to the cemetery.
Seems like it. Too bad you couldn't have walked around the county with us before. It was fun. And pretty useful experience. I learned a lot during that time, and I won't keep it to myself. I'd be happy to teach you something, if you want.
I'll keep that in mind.
That old gravedigger will be suspicious, so I'd bring him some kind of offering. He's always dragging those carcasses, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a slab of fresh meat from Troskowitz butcher.
Good idea.
He lives a short way from the cemetery, so at least the meat won't go bad on the way. Lots of luck, Henry.
All right.
Why do you work for the miller?
Because he pays well, and don't care how much coin I make on the side.
You mean by stealing?
And he doesn't ask any stupid questions.
What did you do before?
I got by any way I could. Believe it or not, I started in a convent.
You? A nun? Well, why not? I was in the cloisters myself for a while.
Oh well, different people have different fates. But we all ended up here anyway, in the armpit of the world.
What do you think about Crazel?
You're another one of those that don't know if they should love him or hate him, right? Crazel is his own man. Once you learn to get along with him, you can't help but admire him a bit. But sometimes He's unbearable as soon as he opens his mouth.
Oh boy.
What do you know about the Troskovitz gravedigger?
He's a pretty tough old bird. He follows the rule, I'll treat you the way you treat me. And he appreciates when a fella's direct and open. But I probably wouldn't tell him everything about us.
So, Bonnie, the most honest girl I know, sent me. I'd like to see some dead animals as models for painting a church fresco. A scene from the apocalypse.
That might be a bit much, but you learn fast.
How was the saltpetre collection and tasting again? Sounds pretty disgusting.
It wasn't so bad. Xena kept whining about it, but being a saltpetre collector, it has its benefits. When you go and clean someone's sty, they don't pay much attention to you and leave their purses and chests unattended. We made a pretty decent amount on the side.
What, by stealing?
Confiscating property for the greater glory of God. I hate the term stealing.
Just like Crazel. Tell me something more about Zinnek.
He's Andy, that's for sure. But also a bit of a fool. To be honest, I don't care for Crazel's horseshit most of the time either. I do this job because it's fun. Unlike Zinnek. He does everything for his own good, doesn't give a damn about any greater cause or other people. Actually, he really pisses me off with his attitude. And he entertains himself by coming up with the stupidest nicknames for me. Dunga, for instance. What kind of a bloody awful name is Dunga?
Oh, lovely. And what does he call himself?
Scruffy. Or Jan, Nicholas, Franz, Peter, Jakub. The most bland, everyday names. He tries to be careful, but then he opens his big mouth and fucks it all up, just like in Troskovitz.
What is this lair place?
Crazel built a store so all them honest, curious people in the mill, the likes of Hensel, wouldn't have to worry their little heads about what we're doing here.
You mean behind that boarded-up door in the cliff?
We're definitely not doing anything there right now. Because of the mess in there. I told Zinnek to clean it up. I think he wants to see if the place will get so rotten that saltpetre will bloom on the walls.
I heard you could teach me something.
Sure, why not? If you pay me, I'll teach you a few of my tricks. What are you
Let's
interested
see.
in?
Let's see. Okay, that sounds actually...
I reckon you've got a few tricks in your pocket to get into other people's pockets.
All right, I'll show you something. But you need time for it.
I don't know if that is actually that good what I'm doing here.
A nag like this couldn't have cost more than 10 groschen and a stale loaf of bread.
I'd like to learn something.
What are you interested in?
Being quick and sneaky at the same time still gives me trouble.
All right, but it'll take...
That was expensive.
You silly doggy. I apologize.
Okay, good. I don't know if I'm doing that actually right or wrong, by the way. So, if we go to the journal, we need to visit the gravedigger, the creator of saltpetre. Peter's none other than caretaker. I go and see him at these pass. I should be... It should where I could pick up some sausage as a gift. Alright, so the cemetery was either there or... Oh, okay, there. That's good. Guys, let's do that, right? Alright then, let us fast travel. Please go away. Thank you. We want to fast travel and I want to zoom out. There we go. Then we buy some Well, don't we? Why don't we do a little detour with the detour, right? We go to Tarkov. We're gonna spend the night there and do all the good jazz. Like, no, but yeah, avoid. That wouldn't have been gone in a way I would have liked it to go, because the ambush would have been with multiple opponents. And I'm quite certain about one thing: they would have beaten us up like crazy, man. Now, we will start with one little tinsy thing, you guys. I'm a bit sorry for that, but since we're here, why not, right? 10 is better than not 10. Shouldn't you work, lady? Holy cow. I'm kidding, by the way. She probably already has off and enjoys her evening. And then the important thing is to just, after we spent the night, to get some sausages. And, well, maybe we are a bit... We definitely need to be doing something about our coin, by the way. Come to think about that.
There.
Greetings to you.
Better already.
Yeah, okay. I thought I could talk with him. But no. We can't. Okay. Nice. Doggy.
Here you go. Take it.
So that at least should make him happy.
Good boy. Good boy.
And then we are gonna make ourselves happy with a wonderful little nap. And I'm gonna throw out some... Come on, open up. Some of our food, actually. Which one? Obviously. We have 44 and 4 of them in inventory is actually good. And we are gonna sell some stuff tomorrow morning to the our wonderful buddy, the blacksmith. If I can.
Good doggy. Good boy.
That's my good doggy. What are you doing with him? Okay. This one I'm gonna sell.
So much dust.
This one I'm gonna sell. This one. And then we are maybe already gonna be Knight's Longsword. Then we already might get us some bonus coin. The thing I'm thinking here is I spent 1,000 groschen earlier, right? Just wanna...
Fucking steal. God bless.
Yes, yes, yes. Trade.
What do you have for sale?
He has a bit. Nice. I wanna sell. That. All of them. Okay, good. That at least brings us to
Pleasure doing business. Take care.
77, which is better than what we had before, right? And if I go to inventory, 2 more things, you guys. We're gonna quickly eat a couple of them. Oh. I did watching. Okay. Yeah. Damn it. And I'm poisoned. That's not what I intended. That entirely, utterly, freaking hellish went wrongly. In the most wrong way. Holy cow. Damn it. Might die here, by the way. Nah, we are not gonna die. But is this... Are we... Is this meaning we... We're losing health, don't we? Even if I would wait... Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna trust. What the hell? Mud? What the hell? Alright, to the map. We wanna go here, buy some sausages, and then go to... And then we are gonna go... Okay, health is not going beneath 94, so I guess... You dress you for crimes? Stop.
Hey you! Halt!
Yes?
Halt! Easy! I surrender!
Nah, here you are. You've been loitering around where you shouldn't have, and I've received reports of things going missing. Don't think we're idiots. You've been accused of theft. You'll pay a fine, and if I don't find those things on you, you'll pay for them too.
Are you kidding me? How shall I pay 11,000? I mean, I stole stuff, you know. Do you know who I am? We can't come to an agreement.
Wait a moment. I'm sure we can come to an agreement, can't we? I didn't steal anything. That's mine.
No, it isn't. Don't try and make a fool out of me.
Fine. Take me away.
Now, let's have a look at what you've stolen. Show me the goods, and if I find anything else on you that doesn't belong to you, I'll confiscate that too.
Take a look then.
Good. You don't have anything else on you that doesn't belong to you. You won't avoid punishment. Let's go. You'll be branded for your crimes, so that everyone knows what sort of criminal scum they're dealing with.
Executioner, carry out the sentence.
Is this gonna stay? I mean, we can load up though.
Fucking brand
You have got a brand put in your neck, and now everyone gets. Even if you won't.
Already fucked up this time.
You will never get rid of that scar. Okay, guys. Okay, let's see if that is actually gonna be working out. We just need a couple of sausages, right? And it might be that we just need to... Sorry? Okay.
Oh, Eugene.
Did you chase someone off? Good day.
But it's still not... I mean, hopefully no guard is gonna...
Here you are, you thief!
I do not wanna get brandmarked. First of all, I cannot pay 11,000 coins. Am I still gonna be able to get my, by the way, armor on? Wait a tick. Okay, because we are in combat, okay. Can I? That would be insane if I would actually be able to... Yeah, okay, he's looking for us. Just need a couple of sausage. I think with us being searched for in the town, it will leave us once we... Hold the weapon, please. Once we wait a couple of days. Right? That's what I think. Luckily, first of all, we are just being searched here, right? Not elsewhere. No. I don't have our armor. That's too bad. And I'm missing some... No, that and that. Just need a couple of sausages and then I'm gonna be gone.
Greetings. What do you need?
What do you have for sale?
So, please have sausages, man. Wait a tick. Smoked beef. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Blacksmithing. Wait, that can't be. He's not selling. Holy cow! How can someone?
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything then, eh?
Oh, sorry, that was private.
I'm looking for a friend. He's called Capon. I'm sure you'd recognize him. In fact, you saw us both in the pillory, didn't you?
Aye, I saw you, but I ain't bothered, you know. You didn't rob me, because if you did, I'd cut your thieving hands off on the spot.
Well, what about my friend? Have you seen him since?
He must be some friend if he's scarpered without you, eh?
I'm sorry, but that's not your business, is it? Was he here then?
No, he weren't. But I ain't saying I don't know anything. Just that it ain't your business, lad. And don't try anything on me. My business ain't your business. Got that? If that Capon wants to see you, I'm sure he'll find you. He ain't no fool, I reckon. See you later.
I would like to wait. Trade? Why don't you have sausages, my friend? You had them once. And the bad part is, I buy myself.
Take care then. Thanks for nothing.
Thanks for not selling what I want. But maybe I've been at the wrong spot, my friends. Wait a tick. It says... Ah, okay. I thought there might be... Alright. I thought there would have been maybe... Just private 2. Okay, I was not sure if there might be... another area... we could do stuff. Buy stuff, I meant. Okay. I'll do it. I'll try it differently then. Let's just go to the cemetery. And see if we can get things done there. If the game is against me and not lets me do what I want to do, then so be it.
Whoa, whoa.
It's a guard. Of sorts. Okay. That's at least what today's episode still want to do. Is have a chat with the lad.
The Lord be with you. What do you need?
Ignatius, I'm gonna need your help.
Of course. How many are there? Where do you want to bury them? Shall we grind the teeth up, or do you want to take them away in your purse?
None of that. I have a different, slightly unusual request. Bonnie from Lower Semine sent me. We're looking for a saltpetre pit.
From Lower Semine? What pit?
A saltpetre pit.
I ain't never heard of nothing like that. What's it supposed to be? A pit to hell?
Nah, it's actually just a pit full of carcasses. These white crystals form on the walls of it, and that's exactly what we're after.
Ah, now I get it. You should have said you're looking for the pit I throw carcasses into. What's all this about Saltpetre? I'm going to go there anyway, so I'll take you there.
Really? That was easier than I thought.
Not even a chicken scratches in the dirt without hope of reward, though. You'll help me with something first. I have some collections from some Stratego farmsteads, and I'd be a fool if I didn't use a helping hand. At least one day I can take it a bit easy.
You want me to help you with your grave-digging business?
Why not? You look like a strong fella. You'll be a good helper.
I have a better idea. You tell me where I can find that pit, and I'll give you a nice piece of fresh meat for it.
I won't say no to that. Show me what you have. Oh, aye, fresh meat. What a feast that'll make. Now, listen closely. That pit of yours lies at the end of a long journey that we'll take together on my wagon.
So you got meat out of me for nothing?
When I see how much you lot in Lower Semine are interested in it, I'm not just going to hand it to you on a plate. But thanks for the meat, and don't worry about a thing. Grave digging is a job like any other. Sooner or later, everyone needs our services. And if it wasn't for us knackers, folk would have to deal with their animal carcasses themselves.
Of course, I understand. I'm just a little worried about what people will say about me when they see me with you. I wouldn't like to lose the honour I've earned as squire to a nobleman.
Don't worry about what people say. They'll only strip you of your honour if you let them. So what then? Shall we take a nice little ride with my boys Snorter and Dragonfly here? Nice and early, at daybreak.
I'll have to think about it. I'll stop by later.
Later? No. I head out nice and early at the crack of dawn, so make sure you come on time.
Okay, guys, we are gonna get going in the next episode. For now, you know it. I, as usual, really Thank you for watching. If you guys actually do have enjoyed today's episode, then please give me a little thumbs up and subscribe. And hopefully I see you in the next episode. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful day. Stay